Hi, my name is Leigh, and I'll be your instructor this semester. Please forgive my silly boom from this little mic. It's the best mic I have for sitting outside. Anyway, I just want to introduce myself because I asked you guys to do the same, and so I figure it's only fair that you know who's teaching you this class, and so that you know a little bit about my background, my experience, and so on. So, I've been an artist my whole life, and I consider myself a fine artist and a designer, and I'm formally trained as both, and I have a Master of Fine Arts degree in furniture making and multimedia digital production. Right. So, but that's not where I started. I guess it sort of started with painting and drawing. Like that's what I was really interested in most of my life as a young person, and then when I finally got to college, for some reason I didn't pursue that, even though I probably wanted to. And part of the reason I'm telling you sort of my background is because it sort of does this meandering thing for me to get from point A to point whatever this is in my life, right? And I realize that a lot of people who are coming to community college are on different paths with different goals. You know, some people are coming straight from high school, and it's a stepping stone to a four-year university for transfer. Some people are coming out of some other thing, either work or the military or something, and they're looking for a certificate program. Some people already have a bachelor's degree, and they're coming back to shift gears, kind of similarly to what I've done in my life, to go back to school and learn a different thing because you want to do something different. Some people are just taking classes to enrich, or maybe for professional development for your job or whatever. So I realized that there are a lot of different people coming into these classes, excuse me, with a lot of different goals and skills. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I got my first degree in English literature, and then I went straight into publishing. I thought that that's really what I wanted to do. I was an editor for a while, and realized that was not the industry for me. And so I decided to go back to art because it's really what my passion was, and realized that there were just too many hours in the day that contribute to the entirety of your life to do something that makes you unhappy. So I decided to just go back and change things and shift gears. And so I went back and I got my Master of Fine Arts degree in furniture making and furniture design and making, and sort of accidentally also got involved in doing multimedia because it seemed sort of like a natural, excuse me, a natural combination because I was really interested in interactivity and objects and how people interact with them. And so I started doing digital installations and programming room environments for people's body movements as input devices to make animations change, sounds, lighting, things like that change. And sorry, this wind is getting to me. And then it was a natural progression. I got into web development. This was in the 90s, and it was a fairly new thing still, the internet, well, the web. And so I became a web developer and graphic designer. And that's how I identify now, primarily for professional purposes. And it's what I do. I've been doing this now for a long time. I've been teaching this for probably the past almost 20 years. I've been a designer for the past 20 plus years professionally, and here I am teaching you now, right? So that's a little bit about me. So you can see that I have a really, really varied background, and I want you to understand that like a lot of what I've done has been a process of elimination. So don't ever feel like you need to hesitate to come to me for advising if you feel like you don't really know what it is that you want to do. Don't ever sort of feel ashamed to admit that and in advising and be honest about it, and just that's the best way you're ever going to reach your goals, is to be honest about what your interests are and what your disinterests are, right? What you're not passionate about. And anyway, also I'm a very accessible, friendly person. So if you need help this semester, please don't hesitate to reach out to me either through email. You can call my office number. I will get an email that tells me that you called me. And you can also reach me through Canvas. I will let you know that sometimes the Canvas discussions, they get filtered for some reason off into a different part of my email. So I try to make sure that that doesn't happen. But if for some reason it seems like I'm not responding to you, I typically respond to people pretty quickly. So maybe it got lost in my email. So please don't hesitate to send something again, maybe the next day if it's really time critical, or give me a day and then 2 days later you still haven't gotten a response. Then let me know. Okay. So anyway, I'm looking forward to a great semester with you, and let me know if you have any questions. Cheers.